Hello again for some Tai Chi Tuesday fun times. If you're ready to get rolling along, go ahead and just give your feet a comfortable amount of space. Allow a little extra attention to your heels. Let your heels be a little bit wider than your big toe for sure. Maybe your heels and pinky toes kind of line up with one another. Let your knees bend and start to just relax your body, softening your chest and your shoulders. Allow your face and your jaw to relax. Allow your lower belly to soften and relax. Maybe you'll gently close your eyes. You might lightly connect the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Bring a little space in between your fingers. Bring a little space to your palms. Maybe creating a feeling of space in all of the joints of your body. Body needs to adjust if something becomes tense or uncomfortable. Be willing to respond to what's happening. You can adjust your posture. You can shake things loose if it starts to lock up or get a little tight on you. But each time you make an adjustment in your body, look to bring yourself back toward a overall state of being relaxed. Doesn't mean you need to shut anything in your body off. You don't need to turn off your thoughts or to turn off your mind. Just simply allowing all the things that are operating to do so at just like maybe 2 or 3 notches down on the dial. Just let everything kind of simmer a little bit. Your breath flowing smoothly into and out of your body. Take a few moments to watch that happen. Let the breath in. Allow the breath out. You don't need to breathe any deeper than you normally do, although you can. You don't need to breathe slower than normal, although you can. Letting your body be at ease. Let your body simply be what it is. A breathing machine. A standing, sitting, lying down machine. Letting your body, letting your mind, letting your breath be. We have a focus this week on the idea of being with what we might call difficult emotions. Tai Chi is a very good principle to apply. Tai Chi again means the great polarity, is a reference to what appears to be opposites, but the secret of Tai Chi wisdom is that the great polarity, yin, yang, the things that seem like opposites, when we look at them from the right perspective, are revealed to not be opposites at all. Typically, they're actually the same kind of thing. As your inhale fills your belly, your ribs, your chest, and as your exhale empties them out, it's easy to see inhale and exhale as opposites. But inhale and exhale are both just part of your breath. Having an experience of great joy and happiness, having an experience of intense despair and grief, definitely feel like opposites, but fundamentally they're just two versions of the same thing. Having experiences, emotional energies. And so we'll take some time today to play around with this sense of illusory opposites, or things that appear to be opposites but in some sense are very much the same. Continuing or returning the focus to your breath. We'll bring a little movement through the body, beginning as you inhale, but just gently bending at your knees and scooping your hands like they're in the ground. You'll gently pull the ground up into your legs, raise it up through your torso. Keep some bend in your knees and in your elbows. Your shoulders stay relaxed down as you press your palms up toward the sky. We'll do this a few more times, just gently flushing the energy of the body, scooping from below. Gently raise it up. And send that energy out your palms and fingertips into the sky above you. We'll get a few more breaths like this. Give your body the chance to at least one more time cycle through this action, feeling as if you're pulling the energy of the earth up through your body and passing it into the sky above. Let your arms settle at your side once you're ready. Take a couple more rounds if you feel the need. Allow your focus, your imagination to settle on this sensation or this image of things below you rising upward through your body. We'll come back and play with that some more as well as we move along. One more moment. Just a sense, upward action, rising energy in your body. When you're ready, you'll inhale your hands overhead. Shoulders will stay down, a little bend in your knees and elbows, as if here you're grabbing the sky, and then you'll pull the sky down through the crown of your head. Guide it down your legs and out your feet into the earth below you. Gathering from above, directing it downward, and ultimately out through your feet into the earth. A few more times to go. Feel the sky traveling down the back of your hands and wrists, toward your shoulders, your neck. Guide it down from your head, through your torso, your legs, into the earth below. Letting your body do this at least one more time. Of course, you can do as many as you want. I am not going to stop you. When you conclude, once again, let your body just find a neutral position. Let your eyes be closed if they safely and comfortably can, and just feel for or visualize sensation, images of downward action. Feeling your body settled onto the ground. Might feel as if your feet are sprouting roots down into the ground. Not just on the ground, into it. Moving down below the surface of the earth. Another breath or so to wrap up that little phase of things. We're going to take a more quiet and still approach to things this afternoon. So again, be very attentive and mindful to your body, even though we're effectively just standing around. Many of us know, to simply stand around can create a fair amount of tension and discomfort in the body. So be attentive to that. Respond to it. If your body needs to move, let it. But each time you might make some kind of adjustment to get comfortable, really take the time to mindfully settle your body back toward that sensation of stillness, looking to find a place your body can be comfortable for at least a little while. With practice and with more attention and awareness over time, the posture of simply standing becomes more and more comfortable. It's not always as intuitive as we think it's going to be when we hear that the practice is to stand. So seating postures are also an option. If you need to sit down to do this, that's fine. We want to feel upright in the spine, vertical in the spine, but not tense. It's a relaxed verticality. Your shoulders, your chest are relaxed as if they're resting against your spine in the front and just kind of hanging off of your spine to the sides. Let the eyes gently close if they can, and you'll picture right down below your belly button and a little to the inside, sort of in your lower belly space, just a tiny little ball of light, or it might be like a burning flame. Take a few breaths in and out to brighten the glow of that flame or that ball of light, to build heat with that glowing light or with that flame. Just creating an awareness of its presence, if nothing else. Attention toward the soles of your feet. If you had roots dug down, maybe you'll install some plumbing pipes from the soles of your feet into the ground. I want you to start to visualize or feel that each time you draw a breath in to your lower belly, it's also pulling up from the ground beneath you water or some kind of fluid. Every inhale, you're going to draw some of that watery fluid energy up from the soles of your feet. And as you exhale, just store it in your legs. After maybe 5 or so breaths, you'll feel like there's water up to your knees. After another 5 or so breaths, perhaps you'll find that that water has filled all the way up to your hips or is arriving at your pelvis. Don't have to rush that to happen, but I want you to start to feel that your legs are becoming fairly heavy. They're filled up with this water. If you've ever filled something up with an awful lot of water, you know full well, over time it becomes very heavy. It can be very difficult to move. Breathing in, filling the legs with water, breathing out and allowing that water to just settle on the earth. Each leg is like a big column, big storage tank of water. Feel the fullness of your legs, the heaviness in your legs. As the level of that water continues to rise, bring your attention back toward that little flame or that heated ball of glowing light in your lower belly. Let the heat continue to increase, the glow, the brightness continue to increase. And over the next several breaths that come, the level of that water in your lower body is rising up to meet that flame or that ball of hot glowing light, and it's going to start to evaporate off the top layers of the water. Every in-breath, you're bringing more water into your legs, into your lower body, maintaining the feeling of heaviness, of fullness. But each time you're bringing more of that water in, that little ball of hot, glowing light is burning off some of the water that you have in your lower body. The steam of that heated water is rising up all the way to the crown of your head. Feel it lifting the crown of your head upward. Let your chin stay a little heavy. That steam is expanding and rising up along the ribs, opening and expanding your torso. As more water accumulates in the lower body, and that ball of heat, of light, that glowing flame continues to evaporate off the water in your lower body. More and more steam rises up. Before long, the steam is expanding through the shoulders and into the biceps and triceps. It'll expand into the forearms. It'll expand into the wrists, the palms, and the fingers. Every breath, more of that fluid energy is drawn up from the ground beneath you into your legs, raising the level of the water in your lower body, maintaining the heaviness and fullness in your lower body. But each time you're drawing that water up into your legs, that ball of light is burning off some of the water, creating more steam, more rising energy in your body, an expansive sensation in your upper body. Again, the palms and fingers are expanded open. They're held open by the steam, held open by the rising and expanding water vapor. The crown of the head is elevated. There might be a feeling of openness and expansion in the chest. Make sure the chest doesn't start puffing out on you. It's allowed to be full of that steam, but we don't need to exaggerate that action. Letting your lower body be so very full and quite heavy with that liquid water. Allowing your upper body to be incredibly full, but so very, very light with the gaseous form of that water, steam, vapor. Feeling in your body an undeniable experience of fullness and expansiveness. The lower body is full. The upper body is full. And yet, if you look more discerningly, that fullness is not the same. In your lower body, it's very heavy. It's dense. It's undeniably there. In your upper body, no less full, but a much more ephemeral or ethereal quality. It's definitely full, but it's so light. The lower body is heavy. The upper body is light. Seems like opposites, but your whole body is full. It's the same. Fullness in the legs, fullness in the arms, fullness down at the pelvis, fullness up through the crown, undeniably filled up everywhere in your body, and yet clearly a different quality down below, heavy, fluid. Up top, expansive, light, gaseous quality. Allow your breath to continue smoothly flowing. And just keep monitoring and observing this experience. That experience may shift. You might at any given time notice that the feeling of fullness has left somewhere in your body. You can bring it back anytime you want. You might discover that the feeling of being heavy and light gets a little mixed up. Maybe your arms begin to feel very, very heavy. Notice that shift. And when that happens, just bring your mind back toward that image of this reservoir of water in your lower body. And in your lower body, in your lower belly, this heating element, this coil or ball of hot glowing light is evaporating off the top layers of that water. The steam is rising and expanding through the torso, the shoulders, the palms and fingers, the neck and the crown of the head. Allowing the upper body to be light but very, very full. Allowing your lower body to be heavy, heavy, and undeniably full. Heavy below, light up above, full all throughout. View the sensation in your body from the perspective of obvious duality. The sensations are so different. It's so clearly heavy down below, and it's so clearly light up above. The same exact experience taken from a different perspective, from outside of, or to the side of, maybe from above or from beyond. That dualistic point of view, we can recognize very clearly the body is having a unified experience. It's all the same thing. It's just full. There's just fullness here. Confronted with difficult, so-called difficult emotion, worth perhaps giving ourselves the space to find the perspective that our capacity for a difficult emotion is matched equally by our capacity for the more comfortable emotions. If we are finding ourselves filled with emotions like grief, despair, there's a real good chance, if we could just find a way to transmute it, like that little ball of glowing light in your lower belly, the heaviness, the denseness, can become light, expansive, can develop a quality of effervescence. We can be full of both states at the same time. Allowing yourself to just notice the fullness you experience, more so than worried about which kind of full you're experiencing. can help create more space, can serve as a potent reminder, once again, that our capacity for difficult emotion is inherently matched by our capacity for the more comfortable emotion. Oftentimes, they're both present at any given moment. Just a question of allowing our focus to shift, or allowing the presence of something to transmute, to change and transform what might seem like completely and maybe even overwhelmingly heavy, dense energy. Is just waiting to become light, expansive, and then we don't have to think in terms of good or bad when things are qualitatively different. Objectively, we might simply be full. Full of what? Doesn't always matter so much. Acknowledge the fullness. If we can be full of one, we can be full of the other also. And again, many times at the same time. Give your body, your mind, another 3 to 5 breaths, one more time, to sense that heaviness in your lower body, that fluid sensation, to acknowledge that center, hinging point of awareness in your lower belly, the point where you can evaporate away some of that heaviness, turn it into steam, letting your upper body be full, letting your upper body be expansive, and yet so very, very light, almost like it's barely there. And once you feel like you're ready to do so, allow your body to relax and let go of any holding you might have. Give your body just a gentle shake or twist. You can bounce up and down, swing your arms around, or flail in any which way you wish. If there's no one there to laugh at you, you can get super weird. Or if you want to make people laugh, then get even weirder than you think you have the capacity to get weird with. Let some of that energy shake up, just like when oil and water have separated here. Shake the bottle, get it mixed up, and then we'll circulate it all around through the body once more, just to conclude things once you're prepared. Back toward a centered position, bend your knees, scoop from down below, carry all the energy that wants to move upward, the lightness, that effervescent energy of the universe. Let it come into your body and rise up. Let it rise to the top. That's where it wants to go. That's where it's supposed to go. Let it rise. Let it be light. Do that as many times as you feel the want or need. When you're ready to, tending to the other side of the one coin, bringing the arms overhead, gathering up the energy of the universe that wants to move downward, that is supposed to move downward, the heavy, the dense. Bring it in and allow it to sink downward. You can again release it right down into the earth underneath your feet. cycling this way as many times as you wish, allowing that in the universe which is supposed to move downward, to be on the ground, to be there. Letting go of it. Feet can come a little closer if you like. Drawing from the sides of your space inward. Any other energy you might need for your body, exhale to gently clear away whatever you don't need. Gathering towards you. And gently releasing outward from you once more for good measure. Maybe give your body one last gentle shake or bounce, free up, and allow that energy to just go wherever it needs to go, and allow that harmonized energy of yin and yang to carry you through your day, your week, and into the great future beyond. May the chi be with you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.